Oh, what's going on? Boop, 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 boop. What's happening? Lizards. This is a very impromptu and probably very brief version of Liquid Tangents. Just wanted to say hello to my adoring fans out there, wherever they may be. I did not die just yet. The government is after me, but that is not relative to the situation. I will say, though, the human condition is pretty funny. I started hallucinating. That's always really nice. And I feel like it's time to really start focusing on what we can and can't do, you know? So I encourage you to not sleep for a couple of days. I personally went maybe somewhere closer to 36 hours. Um and started having some very bright and really clear uh illusions or hallucinations. So it's it's nice. Wouldn't recommend it if you're doing a whole lot of driving and a whole lot of doing all these other random stuff. But I will say though, it was pretty legit, and I was pretty it was free. It was free, very free. So the high is a classy high. No dirtbag kind of situation. I will say if you choose to do it, please be careful and you know keep it sleazy or something. In other news, we will be going live on the OnlyFans page pretty soon. The only thing that's going to be changing is the way things work. Our OnlyFans page will be very very erotic, but classy at the same time. No real nudes, just all the news and updates you can get from around the block. I will say it is an interesting process that we're going through. We're growing. Water is abundant, and most of us aren't thirsty. So we're really hoping that we could do some really cool stuff. But we're counting on being nice. You know, uh, hot sauce. Have you ever had hot sauce? I had hot sauce the other day, and it was invigorating. One of the most interesting things I've ever had in my mouth. and I've had a couple of things in my mouth, if you know what I mean. Uh, just kidding. It was really more just a basic. Some it was called Tabasco. I don't know if you've heard it about it before. Not a standing endorsement, but it was tasty. I will say. Anyway, there is what are we supposed to do? Who are we supposed to be? You ever think about like, do you really exist as a person? Are you humanly available? I wanted to talk about the human condition and like how we are prone to loneliness and happiness, and you could be both. It's okay to be both. I think. What is not okay is to be a chachi. I mean, nobody likes those people. I mean, obviously you choose to be a chachi, uh, but come on, you know, way to uh, you know, the funny thing about whiskey is I think people people drink it and it's uh spicy water, I like spicy water, but what's funny is like what's funny is that it's legit one of the more definitely uh one of the more forbidden things on the list of things that I can ingest. It's called fire water for a reason. Um, well, actually, I don't know. I should probably I should look up the origin of fire water, why it's called fire water. I do know that spoons come in all shapes and sizes. The thing about them are it's interesting to eat with spoons. Spoons for sure. Suntan lotion, always use it. You have to. It's the classier thing to do. Um, and you know, eat ranch. Unless you're a blue cheese kind of a guy, I'm more of a blue cheese kind of a guy with my wings. But some people like ranch, which is cool. You know, I was once delusional to not liking it, but it was. I mean, it was. I had to grow up. I was like, shape up or ship out. And it was definitely shaped up. Started enjoying blue cheese a little bit more. Um, it was rough first couple of years, you know, and I realized that I am very You ever think about how crazy a Molotov cocktail is? Like it's expensive. Like gas is expensive, and you'd be like, you know what? I'm gonna waste this amount of money on this fuel to kill you. Isn't that crazy? Like it's adding insult to injury. Wouldn't you think? I mean, at least the way I think for sure. It's definitely like a big middle finger to society. Um, what else can we talk about? I mean, I think I've talked about so much stuff. We're here. Um, this is a weird one. I'm by myself. There's nobody to tangent with, and it's a sort of a euphemism, I tangent is a very relative word, but one day somebody I'm gonna meet somebody. Maybe I already have, and I don't know, you know? But, what I do know is that, you know how crazy the idea of going parachuting is? Absolutely bonkers. Absolutely bonkers. Um, what else can we talk about? I feel like this personal conversation with you guys has been very beneficial for all of us. Um, one of these days, I'm gonna meet some of you, and you're gonna ask me questions about my life, and I'm gonna be ready to answer them one by one. Um, hopefully, hopefully I can answer everything correctly to my best of my abilities. I will say that there is a couple of people out there, but watch their back. Here I come, Hollywood. Um, get it? Watch your backs. I'm coming. Um, although the idea of that is pretty gross, you know? It's like I'm going to spit on you, but from a different place. um, so I guess keep it classy for the time being. Just keep it classy for the time being. Um, I am willing to say that have you ever seen the rain? If you've never seen the rain, then I guess people people never know. You ever think about how crazy the gulag would be if the gulag was real? Fist. Anybody out there into fisting? Um, fisting? Isn't that interesting? Like, my full fist is gonna go into you. It's like an internal punch. Don't you agree? I would think so. I mean, that's very wild. So, if you're out there, there's this guy named Desane or Eight. I think he's a rapper, music producer, all time great guy. And go follow his music. Go go really ham it up. He's doing the most. Um, this is a. I didn't say I said the Tabasco wasn't a setting endorsement, but this is though for sure. This guy is putting out some stuff, and if you're gonna be riding anybody's a hog, you're gonna ride his. Be like I knew him before he was famous, kind of thing. Because it's like no way you won't. Um, yeah, go look for his stuff. He is the artist of the week. So we're gonna be doing now is a new segment. Um, also, listen to well, listen to The Mother of Pearls. That's a it's about you grasping pearls. You know, have you ever grasped your pearls? Have you been so taken aback that you have to grasp your pearls, you know? Um, I have. That's why I said it. One of these days, I will be a happily married person. So I've already experienced happily married, happily divorced, um, which was very interesting. Um, but we're willing to be ourselves. I visited the happily ever after part already. Um, if you say ever after, that means wouldn't that be contradictory to death do us part? Because ever is a definitive term, right? So definitively until the end. But they say death do us part. So death do us part. I don't know. What I know is times are very interesting and having to deal with it was like the joke. Someone was elected. Death, you know, we're mourning the death of America because people are just crazy dramatic about like things. Um, sure, but according to the current climate, it is perfectly acceptable to throw tantrums when you don't get things you want. And this is my tantrum. I'm sorry, this is my liquid tangent. And I demand um for you to be happy. See, I had you in the first half, and I switched it up on you. You know, keeping it classy. Uh, stay high and tight, just like that, just like the Segura family. And you know, do something about it. What you gonna do about it? Nothing. That's what I thought.